It has been so long since I sat at this setup. This is my gaming channel setup. I'm actually at my computer in my office. It's very messy. Please don't look. And it just feels so weird. I haven't been able to spend any time in here in so long. But we're not talking about the gaming channel today, although I do Let's Plays if anybody wants to come hang out. But today we're talking about this channel. So I am crazy. I decided to start a new YouTube channel for my collecting because I decided to get into collecting and I am insane. But I have very limited free time and a lot of my hobbies take a little bit more time, like painting or gaming. And it's been really nice to get into collecting cards because it's something I can do in short bursts and just on my couch. I have an infant and she's very demanding right now, so it's really hard for me to spend a lot of time just doing my hobby. So I have found that the card collecting hobby and organizing my binders and stuff is one that I can do while I'm sitting next to her on the floor and playing with her and all those things. So I have jumped headfirst into this because I needed this. I really needed a hobby again. Becoming a parent is hard, but I have already picked up on how easy it is to get overwhelmed and to get over your head, and there's so much. So I've been thinking about some collecting goals, and that's what we're going to discuss today. So grab some tea and let's just chat a little bit. So I want to collect Digimon, Pokemon, and Magic the Gathering. And I have separate goals for each of them. So I think we're going to start. I didn't own any Pokemon cards growing up. I had some Digimon cards. Digimon is where my heart was and is, but I do like Pokemon and I'm liking it more and more now. In the last few weeks since I've really got into the hobby, I've discovered new favorites. I honestly, the first goal is I was like, I'm gonna just collect for favorites. So my favorite Pokemon is Sandshrew. So I guess goal number one is that I think I'm gonna try and collect every single Sandshrew card. And I don't think that'll be too difficult because there's not that many. I don't think it's a very popular Pokemon. So I'm going to try that. That is like my main Pokemon goal is I am going to try and master set the Sandshrew cards. And I also think I'm going to do Sandslash too, because it just feels wrong to leave Sandslash behind, especially because a Lowland Sandslash looks awesome. So that is, I guess, Pokemon goal number one is I'm going to try and collect every single Sandshrew and Sandslash card. And that gives me a goal to work towards, and that's exciting. Like looking at the new cards, the idea of going to a card shop. I actually went to a card shop recently and I was just looking through binders and I found a couple Sandshrew cards and it was so exciting because I only had one. I bought one single online. So I had one Sandshrew card of the newest one, and now I have a couple more, and it was just really exciting to find them in the wild. And like, that is the rush that I want. And I'm excited for that. So goal number one, Sandshrew and Sandslash, all of the cards. After that, I just wanted to collect some favorites. And I thought that that would only be like another handful, but since I have been like experiencing cards, I've been watching a lot of like card show content on YouTube, and I've been like, oh, what's that? And I look it up and I'm like, wow, that Pokemon's beautiful or super cool. Like I recently discovered Magearna and I love her. Like everything about her. It's perfect. So, and honestly, I don't think there's a lot of her cards either. So getting into collecting for her is probably going to be a little bit easier. So I have identified, I think now it's at like 20, which is way more than I wanted, but there's some favorites that I want to collect for. So Sandshrew and Sandslash. I really want to collect Haunter. I like Dugong. Who else is on my list? I discovered Chiyu recently, fell in love. So Chiyu and Magearna. I love Articuno and Lugia, Vulpix and Ninetales. I really want to get the, like, I have a spread in my binder. Actually, I can show you. I can probably show you. Where I am collecting like an evolution line. So my favorite starters are going to be who gets that attention. Oh, I went way too far. This one. So, you see that? So it is Squirtle, Wartortle, and I don't actually have any Blastoise, but I want to do a spread of just those. And then I have a similar spread of the Cyndaquil line. So Cyndaquil, Quilava, and Typhlosion. So I want to try and collect their evolution line. I'm not necessarily going for them all, but it would be really cool. But I'm mostly here for the art. Who else? Oh, I love the unknown cards. I just think I love them in the movie. They were fascinating and weird. So collecting unknowns, Lunatone. I know you can't see it, but Lunatone. Who else do I have a page for? Haunter. Oh my gosh. I was looking through. I really like the coins and I want to do crafts on my art channel because I have I have that channel too that I've neglected fully. But I was doing crafts with the coins. So I was looking through blister packs online and saw like a pack with a coin. And then I went to see what the promo card was, and it was Sinistea. And that's another modern one that I fell in love with. So Sinistea and Haunter are sharing a page right now. There's my Sandshrew and Sandslash collection. Yeah. Who else have I added? Ooh, I discovered Amara and Auroras recently. Love them. I don't have any cards for them yet. I think those are the standout. Ooh, Ditto. Ditto's another one. And I have my first Ditto card coming. I also really like Milotic and Phoebus. Milotic is beautiful, but then I saw the illustration rares of Phoebus and Milotic that kind of go together, and I fell in love. So I want those so badly. But yeah, those are like my chases, all those Pokemon. So if I go to a card shop or a card show, I guess it's good to have like not just a small handful, but a big handful or 2 handfuls, so that it's exciting and there's always going to be cards I can find. Ooh, Mimikyu's on here too. I actually found, I don't know if you can see it, this Mimikyu promo of this like old lady knitting him a blanket at the card shop I went to. Oh, I fell in love. So it's been so fun, and I've already collected a few cards, and it's going to be so fun to see these spreads grow. So that is the plan for favorites. But we need to talk about sets and booster packs and all of that stuff, because that's how it gets overwhelming. I'm a pretty budget conscious person, so I'm not afraid of overspending. I will put forth a budget and I will stick to it, probably. Or if I go over budget, it's not like I'm not taking money away from bills. My budget is usually pretty small. So I am going to buy booster packs. I don't know if I'm ever going to buy a booster box. I really like those packages that come with like different things, like the coins and the promo cards. Or I got a little pack of Phantasmal Flames recently that came with a little mini binder. Like, I guess I'm just a sucker for the little things. But I'm going to get packs. It'll depend on my budget, and it will depend on my interest. So I'm going to look through the card list. This is how I plan to do this. I'm going to look through the card list when a new set is released, and I'm going to make a wish list. I've been doing that on my Instagram, and it's really fun. I make a little graphic, and then I have that saved on a folder on my phone. So as I collect cards, I can check them off, and it's actually really cool. So I'm going to check the card list. I'm going to make a wish list. And then depending on how many cards there are, I'll probably feel it out for how many booster packs I want to order or want to open. I like the tins. There's a tin behind me that was given to me, a Phantasmal Flames one. I really like the tins because I also want to use them for craft projects. So that kind of stuff is what I want to open, the tins. I don't really want to open a booster box unless there's a bunch of cards. Like if there are a lot of cards in a set that I want, then a booster box will be worth it. Does that make sense? So I think I'm going to make the wish list, and depending on how many cards that I really want will kind of gauge how many packs I get. And then for binders, we're going to do spreads. So I had a few Pokemon Go packs that had been in my house for years, and I finally opened them. So these are some Pokemon Go cards that I really like. Like I really liked the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur. I actually got the Rainbow Dragonite, which is really cool to think that that's just been sitting in my house for 3 years. And the stickers from the pack, this came out of one of those Pokeball tins. I love the Pokeball tins. I want more of those. So making a little spread, and then actually there's a spread coming up. This is Mega Evolutions. I just kind of have a sticky note because I want to add like scrapbooky flair bits to it. Ascended Heroes just came out, or Perfect Order just came out, and Ascended Heroes was the set that was out when I got into this. But you can still get like Phantasmal Flames and stuff like that. So that's why these spreads. But this is my Ascended Heroes spread. I love it. I took the coin and I painted a card to look like the Elite Trainer box, and I put the coin there. And then I took the logo, I like cut up a booster pack wrapper and did the same here. And making those creative elements in the binder, I love. I'm actually super thrilled with this spread, and I want to keep doing that. So that's another part of this hobby that I'm loving, the like scrapbooky Michi method of it. And I'm going to keep going with that. So I have a couple spreads. I haven't actually bought any Ascended Flames. I have a friend who's doing ETBs, and he's been giving me the commons and stuff that he doesn't like. And there's a ETB right there. He gave me the box in the sleeves and stuff, so I can put like the sleeves and the dividers in here. So I'm very, very spoiled that way. And then Perfect Order just came out. I finally bought myself some booster packs. The first booster packs I've ever bought myself in my life. So I bought 3 Perfect Order ones recently, and I got some good cards. In the 3 booster packs I got, I actually had some decent luck. I got the Mega Clefairy EX, I got a Lapras EX, which I don't love the EXs. The art, something about them I just haven't liked, but these 2 are actually good. So I'm maybe the EX art is getting better. And then I also got my first illustration rare from a pack. I got the Dedenne sitting in a tree branch. It's beautiful. So I'm excited to develop this spread more. But that's kind of how I'm going to do it. I want to make a wish list, aim for those cards. There's some in here that weren't on my wish list, but they are still beautiful. So I have added them to the spread. And I'm just going to go from there. We're not going for master sets. I'm not going for booster boxes. I'm not even going for the really big chase cards. Like, I don't know, Phantasmal Flames. There's that wicked amazing Charizard. It would be so cool to pull that, but I just don't think I'm going to have that much luck. And it's not about that for me. It's more about the art. Like, I'm definitely collecting for fun and not for profit. However, that said, if I pulled that Charizard, it's very cool. That one, like, I would probably really want to keep it because it's beautiful. The artwork, amazing. But I'm on maternity leave. I have a mortgage to pay. My income is very low right now because I'm on leave. So if I pulled a card like that was worth $500 or more, I'm going to sell it. Like, I'm not doing this for profit, but if I have a card that isn't like a part of the favorites that like could help me pay my mortgage, I'm gonna do that. So that's my little asterisk for that. We're not collecting for profit, but if I get handed an opportunity like that, I'm gonna take it because that's what's gonna be best for my family. So little asterisks on there. But I think that's basically how I plan to do it. Wish lists, a few booster packs. We're definitely hunting for favorites. I am so excited. I loved going to a card shop and looking through the binders. There's one shop, they had boxes of bulk, which I love going through. I loved that when I was into Magic years ago. So I didn't get a chance to go through it that day, but I just want to find bulk bins. Or I had a friend give me their childhood stash and going through old cards. Like, I kind of want to do that. Booster packs are fun, but finding old treasures just hidden away in a box seems a little bit more fun for me. So I'm just so excited. And also, that's a bit more of a budget friendly way for those of us that have to stick to a budget. But I am super excited. It's been so fun watching people's like card show vlogs, and it is fun watching people open booster packs. And I'm gonna make, I already have, I'm sure it's already on my channel, but I'm gonna make videos like that where we open packs. But I really want to make sure that I still get excited for the cool art, even if it's a common. That is one thing I'm seeing a lot, is that like my Instagram now is just people ripping packs open, which is great. The algorithm is listening to me, but it's people, they just like rip. And then they're just like, oh no, hit, this sucks. And I'm like, but that was a cool card. And that was really cool. And look at that artwork. And those 2 artworks match and they go together. And I'm a bit of an art nerd anyway. So I really want to not forget to appreciate the art and the cards, even though they're commons and they're not worth anything. Because I just see a lot of content where people, they're only hunting those really expensive cards and then they put the price on screen and it's just about the cost, or it's just about the profit. It doesn't seem to be about the fun. And I'm going to try really hard to keep it about the fun. Now, Pokemon isn't intended to be my main focus because Digimon is my favorite, but Pokemon's the most accessible. Like, I can go into a card shop and I can find Pokemon cards easily. And Magic the Gathering too. The few card shops I went into recently, they don't have Digimon cards. So buying them online just is less fun, but I'll probably buy more booster packs of Digimon for that reason, because it creates a little bit more fun. And I can't really shop for singles in person. I know I can shop online, but shopping online is just so sterile. It's just not the same. But because it's so accessible and I am getting access to so much, I do want to make sure I have a plan for bulk cards. And this is going to be for all 3 fandoms. I'm already, so actually in the ETB that's right there, I already have it sorted, and I'm keeping it sorted for bulk for different sets so that I can go find stuff if I need to. I might eventually like to master set, but so far none of the sets that are available to me I want to. But what I want to do with my bulk is I'm going to send some of them over to my art channel because I want to try some of those cool painting videos. And the rest of them, I'm going to try and get a little collection. And then I was going to make booster packs. I'm going to put them all in sleeves and make sure I put some hollows in there and some stickers. And my nephew, I have a little nephew who's really into Pokemon cards. So I was going to make booster packs with all my bulk. and give them to him and give him a bunch to take to school for his friends. So my plan is not to have oodles of bulk because I'm going to try and get it gone, but we'll hold on to some for crafts because there are so many craft ideas that I want to do. And that's the plan for bulk for now. I really think having a plan for your bulk is really important. The amount of videos I've seen where people are like, oh, that's just all my bulk in the corner, and I don't know what to do with it. And it just made me think that going into this hobby with a plan for bulk is a necessity. And so many people can't go back and do that now, and they're just a little bit overwhelmed. So I'm going to try to keep myself from being overwhelmed by Pokemon cards. Right now, I just have that ETB, and it's just Pokemon and Digimon cards that are in there right now. I have a lot more Magic bulk from when I did it before, and I'm in the process of sorting through it. But Magic is going to be a whole other video, I think, because I just don't really know how I want to collect Magic yet. So I guess we could talk about Magic next. I have a binder just like this one. I started trying to collect again when Duskborn came out, and that was a bit cursed. Like, I ended up getting a booster box that had been rifled through, like it had been tampered with, which sucked. And it just, it sucked, and it really made it sour for me. And then I tried to get cards when Final Fantasy dropped in the Universes Beyond sets, and I couldn't, and the prices skyrocketed. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I just wanted a one booster pack, and they're like $50. And so I waited. I actually have some now, but it was worth waiting for them to come back down to their actual price. Thank goodness. But as far as Magic, I'm not really sure what I want to collect. I think I want to pick a theme similar to Pokemon favorites. I think I want to pick a theme and then try and collect cards within that theme. So I know Angels is something I really liked when I played before. I also have this card. I love this card called the Filigree Familiar, and I just love it. And it's a familiar. So I think there's a handful of familiar cards. I really like animals. I'm a bit of an animal nerd. So I might try and collect like all the familiar cards, but I don't know. I recently got a card from a friend of mine. It's called Inkriser Infiltrator. It's just a common. I was helping him sort his bulk because sorting bulk and sleeving it is a new addiction of mine, I think. And he basically was like, take a card if you want it. He honestly would have let me take more, but I don't know. I just didn't want to be like, get this one and this one, but I might go shopping in his bulk another time. But I did think that one was beautiful, so I took that. And I love the splash of color, so I thought about maybe collecting cards that have like a rainbow on them or something like that. So I'm still trying to decide what I want to do, but my plan for Magic is pick a theme, probably do a lot more singles hunting. I think finding Magic the Gathering bulk bins is going to be so fun. I have very fond memories of when I first got into Magic because I didn't have a lot of money, going through and paying 10 cents a card and just rifling through this bulk bin. So I think that's going to be the best way for me to do Magic. I'll probably buy a few booster packs of each new set and just stick to maybe like 3 and then go from there. But keeping myself restrained that way, and especially restrained to bulk bins, is going to keep this hobby alive without breaking the bank. So that's very, very important. And lastly, I want to talk about Digimon collecting. So Digimon has my heart, as I've mentioned. I love Digimon, and I still have my original Digimon cards. No, they're on the table. I thought they were behind me. I love them so much. They're so well loved and beat up, but I still have them. And then the other day, when I was in a card shop, I asked for Digimon cards, and they were like, no, we don't carry those. But then the owner was like, well, there's actually this binder. It has a few in it. And I was like, okay, sure. So I open it, and I'm expecting to see modern Digimon, and they're old. They're like the Digi Battle cards, the original ones. And I was like, oh, I was shocked. My friend looked at me and he's like, are you okay? And I was just so pleasantly surprised. So I bought them all. They gave them to me for like 25 cents a piece. I bought them all. So that was just a delightful surprise, but I really wasn't expecting that. I'm talking about modern Digimon here. If I find retro Digimon cards in the wild, I will buy them, but if you look on eBay, they're expensive because people are into TCG, and but we're going to do modern Digimon. So this is my Digimon binder. I have a lot more to put in here for now. I actually took my retro cards out because I'm putting them in their own binder. But the only ones I have are these extra set one, like the classic art. I have decided that I'm going to master set this. So I really want to get them all. That's why there's so many spaces, because I did arrange it to allow for the spaces. And I feel like this is going to heal my inner child a little bit, because I really wanted the cards with this art when I was little, and I just couldn't have that many because, you know, your parents only have so much money. And I think I'm just going to treat myself to master setting this. But I'm also going to be collecting more modern stuff. That's what all this space is for. So I recently opened some Sinister Order packs. That was really fun. Blackboard Greymon's always been a favorite of mine. So it was just really fun to open some packs. And I don't know if that video is up already, but there's going to be a video. So go watch it if it's there. And I'm going to do it the same way as Pokemon, where I'm just going to order a certain amount of booster packs for my set and then open it and see what I get. However, my budget for Digimon is definitely more. One, it's more affordable to collect Digimon cards, and I'd be happy with so many more. So I'm going to focus less on favorites and just get the cards for the fun of it. So my budget is more for Digimon. Like I wanted a booster box of Sinister Order, and I still might buy one because I never pulled a Blackboard Greymon, so I need one. But Digimon is gonna be way more. And then I do want to have some curated binders, the Michi method, all of that. I want to do all of that, and I've done a little bit in my Pokemon binder, but I have to sort my modern Digimon cards in here still, so that's why this is pretty empty. But the majority of the budget is definitely going to Digimon cards because I love them so much. I love them so much. And I want to do a big binder with 4 rows. And so Terriermon is my favorite. And I want to do like Terriermon, Gargomon, Rapidmon, Mega Gargomon, and like try and collect all of the cards for those evolution lines, and then maybe do a couple. So the Renamon evolution line would be amazing. Might do Lotmon too, just because she goes with Terriermon. So I might do, same thing as Pokemon, pick some favorites and then collect like the evolution lines of them. And it would just look so good. Can you imagine opening a binder and just, I don't want to do like a whole page of Terriermon. I like doing it in the rows. So like Terriermon, Gargomon, I think that looks way nicer. And I did the same thing in my Pokemon binder too. So I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. I don't know if any of these goals made any sense, but Pokemon is mostly what we're collecting only because of its accessibility. I'm going to try and focus mostly on Digimon if I can, but it's just a little bit more difficult. And then Magic. We are going to stay within our budget, people. We're not going to go crazy. Like, I haven't even bought an ETB yet, but I'm waiting for a set to come out that there's a lot of cards I want, and then I will probably do a nice video of my first ETB, but we're going to stay within budget. We're going to identify favorites. We are going to do some curated spreads because it's not just about acquiring the cards. The sorting and organizing and decorating the binder is definitely a part of this hobby that I'm loving, which is why I put a binder sorting time lapse behind all this, because I just thought it'd be fun to see. And yeah, we're gonna stick to favorites and themes, and we're gonna just have a lot of fun with it. It's not just about the chase cards. Although it will be very fun if I ever pull like one of those big cards, especially because I'm going to get so few booster packs. It would just be extra amazing. And I mean, being able to sell a piece of cardboard to pay my mortgage would be kind of amazing. But that is the plan. Pick some favorites, pick a budget, stay within it. Enjoy going to card shops and buying singles. I didn't realize that buying singles was so fun, and it is more fun, I think, than opening booster packs. Opening a few is good, and then you kind of scratch the itch, but then spending the day going to different card shops and hunting through bulk bins, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And maybe one day I'll get to go to a card show. I live in a small town though, so there's never a card show where I live, but maybe in some adjacent cities, we'll see. But I'm very excited to be in this hobby. It has brought me back to life a little because I'm taking very good care of my child. But sometimes you're a little bored. You know, like you can only go, goo goo gaga, like very good over and over again. You really need something for yourself. So that's what this is. I'm going to do some collecting and like scrapbooking Michi method in my binders as my new hobby. I'm really excited to join this community and have fun with it and just have fun with pretty pieces of cardboard. You know, that's why you're here, you know. Okay, this video ended up way longer than I thought. I've just been babbling. I'm sure I cut out a lot of it. But main goals, pick your favorites, pick your themes, pick a budget, stay within it, enjoy all the cards, not just the big chase cards, and enjoy the hunting for it. It's the hunting for the cards you want. And just don't forget to have fun with it all. I don't want to make soulless content that's just like ripping packs over and over and over again and just being disappointed because I didn't make money, you know? That's just kind of how I feel. But I'm going to post a lot of my shenanigans over on Instagram. So there's a Hurricane Collect Instagram if anybody would like to join me over there. But that's it. Thank you for watching my rambling and being a nerd and just being excited about cardboard. I feel like becoming a parent's been really hard and I shouldn't be this excited about cardboard, but I am. But I am, and I'm not sorry about it. Anyway, more videos to come soon. That's it. Thank you very much. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Bye.